All right, here we go. DJ Yella of NWA. Welcome back to Vlad TV for the third time.
Yes, the third time.
The third time. It's the charm right here. It's the charm. Well, we have a lot to talk about, but first of all, I just got to say this. How did it feel to once again see a kid from Compton at the Super Bowl halftime show?
Oh, the Kendrick?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess seeing it the first time, like, cool. But second time, like, okay, I already seen this, I'm surprised they did it that fast. I'm like, wow, it's Compton twice on the Super Bowl. So it's an honor. I mean, it's great.
Well, yeah, because Dr. Dre had his Super Bowl in L.A. some years back, and Kendrick had a guest appearance on that, right? But now you had Kendrick by himself do the whole set.
Yeah, I mean, I was just surprised, just Compton the first time and Compton the second time.
Yeah.
I'm like, something going on. Compton made a little noise somewhere down the line.
More than a little.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy to just think about how you have so many different cities around LA that like people really don't know about, like Tarzana. Like, Tarzana's not on the map.
Yeah, Gardena, Carson, all these places.
Like all these places. Woodland Hills, like there's so many areas that just are not on the map. But Compton, for some reason, has just resonated multi-generationally.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy. I remember Compton used to be a bad taste in people's mouth. Back in the early days, maybe the 70s.
Yeah.
Probably the 60s too. But, just all of a sudden it just changed.
Well, yeah, I remember on Dre's Compton album, he had that whole kind of news footage thing in the beginning, talking about the history of Compton, how it used to be a primarily white neighborhood.
I never heard it.
You know what I'm talking? Oh, you never heard the album?
I've never heard the album, no.
Okay. Well, anyways, in the album, they basically talked about how, it was predominantly a white neighborhood. And then at one point, kind of black families from the South started to immigrate and kind of settle. And then you had white flight.
I mean, because you had, remember the Bushes.
Yeah, George Bush
came from it. And
was living in Compton.
In the church I was at a while back, he was in that church.
Really? Yeah. George Bush.
Yeah, I mean, because it was a Compton High was a college.
Oh, okay.
First. So I'm quite sure it was all white. I'm quite sure back in the day, yeah. Compton High School was a college, then they switched it made a Compton College, and then turned it into a high school. But yeah, it was all white, not predominantly white. It was all white.
Right. Now it's pretty much all black and Mexican.
Nah, I think it's more Hispanic. I would say 75%.
75% Hispanic.
At least.
Mostly Mexican.
Yeah.
Okay, 25% black. Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's been changing over the years.
Oh.
Like the 60s, 70s, 80s, it was a lot black. Just a few Hispanics. But now it's just a lot.
Well, when you look at the battle between Drake and Kendrick, with Not Like Us being the winning song, number one, what did you think about the overall battle?
Nothing, because I never heard them.
You never heard either one?
None of them.
You've never heard either of the songs?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really?
I heard of somebody, whatever the battle was, but I never heard the song. Because I don't listen to music. No.
You've never heard Not Like Us?
Nah.
Really?
No, not at all.
The biggest song to come out of Compton in decades.
I mean, but it's nothing new. A diss is a diss, or whatever they call them nowadays, but yeah, I've never heard it.
Well, I'll give you some highlights from the battle. And it went back and forth over the course of 6 to 8 songs. And during the back and forth, Drake accused Kendrick of being a woman beater and also accused one of his kids not really being his, being like his manager, has slept with his girl and
that
so
sounds
forth.
Like some soap opera stuff.
Right. But then Kendrick came back and basically called Drake a pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
And that song where, he goes, it'll hit a note and it's probably A minor.
Yeah, that song put him on the Super Bowl.
That
basically.
Song. And he performed that song at the Super Bowl with accusation of Drake sleeping with underage girls.
Oh.
right?
Hey, that's their business.
When you compare that to the NWA Ice Cube battle, to be fair, it got a little dirty. I mean, on, what was it, 100 Miles and Running, didn't you talk about
I mean, but see, we never made a song about it. We just had a couple of
comments?
inserts. Yeah, that's
Well, there's a comment about a broomstick.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
Ice
mean,
Cube.
that's just the way it was. They were just words. You know, it wasn't actual battle. It was studio. That was all studio. You know, just like this is now, it just one person talk mess, the other one talk mess. One just happened to get him back good or get deeper to him or cut him with a knife or whatever the case may be. It's just, this song is this song. They the same. You go way back to New York doing it. Then you got to think about E and Dre and all that stuff. So, you know, a diss song is a diss song. It just happened to be a bigger one or a nicer one or a better one or whatever the case may be, happened to hit at the right time.
Yeah, you've never seen a diss song performed at the Super Bowl, which is essentially the biggest stage in America.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have known it was a diss song because I never heard it.
Okay.
Because I didn't look at much of the Super Bowl. It's just, that's a generation under me. You know, I'm not into the generation.
Okay.
I'm more relaxed.